Welcome to part 4 of my Marantz 2250B restoration series. Up to this point, I've completed the replacement of the electronic components and thoroughly cleaned all the critical stages in this vintage receiver. Now it's time to perform the audio adjustments according to the service manual. This will help ensure that it's running at spec after all the changes I've made. Okay, today I will not be performing any of the radio adjustments. I just don't have the equipment to do the FM and AM signal generation. So today we're going to focus mainly on just the audio adjustments in the manual. The receiver works pretty well anyway, so I don't see any need to go messing with it, especially if I don't have the proper equipment. So we're going to start off with the power supply. We're going to check the DC voltage on this. Okay, for this procedure I'll be using my Variac. What I did is I tested the voltage coming out of the line in the house. That's 117 volts. So I have my Variac set for 117 volts. Now, what I'm going to be doing is we're going to be connecting to pins 804 and 805 with the voltmeter and these test clips. And then we'll be checking the voltage coming out of that and adjust it accordingly. Okay, in this case, my yellow lead is for positive. I'm going to go ahead and put it on 804. And the red is for the negative. And if you have it backwards, it's just going to show a negative number on your voltmeter. All right. You see the clips are in there pretty good. This is the trimmer pot that we're trying to gain access to right here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the receiver on. All right, we have 35.46. And I think we can adjust that a little bit better. Oh, the other way. Very touchy. $35.04. Oh, I think it slipped. $35.1. Get it right on the money. It just wants to bounce back to 1. I think that's as close as I'm going to be able to get it. Okay, step 2, the main amplifier DC offset alignment. In this step, we're going to be putting our voltmeter between the two speaker terminals, and then we're going to adjust the trimming resistor 707 for 0 DC output on the meter. And then we're going to repeat this on the other channel. And it should be noted that we will not have a load on the speaker terminals at this time. Okay, so first step, we're going to grab the right channel. And we're going to put our terminals up here. All right, so those are in. And then we're going to look at resistor R107, is it? 707, which is right here. There it is. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the amplifier on. I'll let it stabilize. All right. Okay, we're going to move the leads over to the left side now. The amplifier is still on. So it's pretty close right now on that one. We'll go ahead and adjust that. This one, right. I'm going to leave it right there. Alright, so that's both channels. Okay, the third step in this process is adjusting the idle current. I believe it's the same thing as bias. So we're going to be setting the bias between the resistors. It's calling for us to connect our meter between pins 708. So here in the schematic, we want a jumper here. And 710, one here. And we're going to be adjusting the other trimmer pot, 719. All right, I have my voltmeters leads connected to 708 and 710. I know you can't see them very well, but trust me, they're there. Currently we're putting out 29 millivolts. So we're going to go ahead and adjust 719 till we get 10 millivolts. Away. Whoa. Right there. All right, we're going to do the same thing to the right channel. Now I've connected my multimedia leads to 708 and 710 on the right side main channel, right side channel amp. And currently we're at 41 millivolts. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust R19 to 10 millivolts. There we go. Right on the money. Okay, and the manual says now to go in and check the offset or the offset alignment voltage again, or the DC offset on each amplifier to see if it changed or not, and if so, put it back to 0. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And you can see we're still at 2.002 millivolts. I'm not going to mess with that. Well, let's try. I'm going to try for 0. And adjust 707 again. Very sensitive. We're going to call that good there. So we'll go ahead and check the left channel now. And that's moved a little bit. I'll call that perfect. Okay, the last adjustment we have to make is to the Phono amplifier. And the manual tells us that we need to take a 1 kilohertz signal and feed it into our Phono jacks, and then we hook up the oscilloscope to the tape monitor out, and then we're going to adjust the 2 trimming pots, R409 and R408 on a Phono amplifier, while observing the top part of the sine wave. What we're shooting for is equal clipping between the two. So right now we can see that both my right and left channels are up here. And I'm looking at the top signal at the moment. I'm going to drop it down until it stops clipping, which is right about there. And now I'm going to adjust the trimmers down here. And equal out the point at which they both clip. Whoa. Right about there. All right, so I think now I'm ready to hook this up to larger speakers again, and we're going to test the phono stage and everything else for a final test. If everything sounds good and it's working good, I'm probably going then continue to finish the cleaning. I'll probably go through the audio adjustments one more time after some playing time, see if anything changes. So that's it for now.